Hello, Royal Affairs family. This is Roy.
And I'm Yolanda.
And we're your guides in Royal Affairs, where we show you affairs done right.
So over the past couple of weeks, because it is July, we've been
anniversary
month. So in honor, a celebration of our anniversary, we put together some videos where you get to know us, your guides. And so, what was the first video? Oh, we talked about how we met. And someone did say, drop that first date. So they want to know what was the deal with our first date. So we'll have to make a video on that. And then we the second video was
growing up,
right? So
what was that experience like, and who was a significant person in our lives growing up?
Right. And then our third video was about our families. Our families. We had an anniversary. Then we had our middle daughter's birthday, and then we had our youngest son's birthday, and then we went to Memphis to celebrate our grandmother's 91st birthday. So a whole lot of moving parts.
And then Houston last week.
Last week. So just doing things for the family, with the family. And so we talked about our family. And so today, we're going to wrap all of that up and share, why Royal Affairs.
Why Royal Affairs?
Well, why?
Why? I think you have a pretty interesting story to share about how the name Royal Affairs came to be.
Okay, so my mom writes down like everything. She just the receipts and everything. And so if there's something that she wants to say to us, and I just noticed she'll put Roy and dash Yol, Y-O-L. She don't spell my full name out, even though it's Yolanda. So
3 letters. You get 3 letters. I get 3 letters.
Yeah. So Roy, Yolanda, and she would just put Roy and then Yol. And when we thought about, okay, what can we do to help others on this journey, because our incident isn't an isolated incident, and we thought, okay, well, we got to have a nice name for it. And I was like, what about Royal? It's Roy, Yolanda, Royal. And I thought, you know what if we say Royal Affairs? And I was like, yeah, that's good, because affairs has two different definitions, right? So affair, obviously the one that we were mentioning, and I'm purposefully speaking in code because we have younger kids and don't know where they are. They may come up any minute, but
I think they're downstairs.
Oh, okay. Well, then,
okay.
I should be okay. And so then you have affair, and then you also have affairs like there's a big celebration, a grand event or something like that. And I thought, hey babe, wouldn't it be great if we did a play on that, a double, what is it, entendre.
We will put that word in the link. If you can't spell it, I can't spell it, so I won't say it.
Yeah, so I was like, oh,
double entendre.
That's what I said.
Oh yeah.
I said double.
Yeah. So I need to go look it up.
So I was like, oh, Royal Affairs, that's cool. And I was like, babe, we need to have a slogan, like a tagline. And so you thinking. I was like, babe, what if we say Royal Affairs, affairs done right? And so that's our tagline, because obviously we don't want you to go out and have an affair. Not that first definition. We want that second definition of having a grand event, a grand celebration, or just a grand, elaborate, time celebrating with one another.
Or just time together with you and your boo.
So that is how the name Royal Affairs, affairs done right, came into existence. So I guess we couldn't be royal without one another.
We could not
be royal without one another. So that is how the name, came to be. And so how did we? What was the? Oh, look, he said we'll be all right. Hi, what you got there?
So our youngest wants me to download a video game right now. So I will handle that affair a little bit later on. So I will take care of that when I come downstairs.
Thank you. Close the door back some, please. Oh.
We thank you for the pause and for station identification brought to you by Schlitz Malt Liquor.
You are so silly. Okay, so I'm just really, really thankful that he was like, okay, like we're working with him on that, being patient and, being flexible. And sometimes you can't get something right when you want it. And
no grunting either.
No grunting. So y'all keep them prayers coming. Keep the prayers coming. And so what was I saying before we were interrupted by the video bandit? So we talked about how the name Royal
right.
Affairs and Affairs Done Right. So how do we get to the point where we wanted to help others and help other couples in this endeavor of rekindling, renewing, and rebuilding trust?
Yep. How do we get to the point of sharing
Right.
our story and then setting up a site, merchandise, things of that nature as well? So the one thing I think that was also a launching pad was after Yolanda and I were, going through the experience of infidelity, and on the aftermath of that, sharing it with our village, our family, our immediate, family first, and then the larger village as well. The support and love that we received after that was palpable. So the idea that the two of us can be seen as an example of traumatic experiences don't have to break a marriage. It can lead you to a breaking point, but it doesn't have to break you. So with Yolanda being a travel agent and both of us love to travel, there's a scene of water and a coastline on the website. So go make sure you check out royalaffairs.com. Check out the website. And that water has a special meaning. So for Yolanda, the idea of water and being out in the outdoors with water and sand, let's be clear, with water and sand is a space of renewal, a space of, look at what God has created. He did this especially for me. So the kind of moving forward in the story here, the idea that we're not alone in this thing as well. So God has gifted us and graced us with the opportunity to still be here together 28 years after July 6, 1996, through the ups and downs, and the opportunity to share our story with you. So we're delighted about the opportunity to do that. We're delighted about the opportunity to be able to travel and have experiences together to help us rekindle that fire, to renew our passion and commitment to each other, and to rebuild on the items that may have been lost or damaged and need to be repaired. And all of that through travel, giving you the opportunity to have new experiences, to share new places, new things, so that you have an opportunity to grow from your experiences. So there's a whole playlist. Make sure you go and check that out as well, for the things that we just kind of talked about. So that's the birth of the channel.
Yeah, that's because I'd been doing things on Instagram and Facebook, right? And so I said, babe.
She does that a lot.
I said, babe, you know what? Let's tell our story and let's use the YouTube platform to do it. And I don't know, like when I was in school, especially in college, they tell you, or even in high school, they tell you that there are no dumb questions, right? And but even though they say that, you're always afraid to ask the questions because you're always thinking that you're the only one that's have that question, right? So I thought, you know what? One of the I was in class and can't remember. It was in college. It was a poli-sci class, and one of the students was like, "Forgive my ignorance, but can I ask a question?" And I thought, okay. And then the question that she asked, a lot of other people had the same question in their mind, but just too afraid to ask. And so I think that that's another one of the other reasons that we are, putting ourselves out there, doing that, because there are many relationships that experience infidelity or other traumas, and they're wanting to ask the questions, they're wanting to get help, they're wanting to see that the sun can shine again after experiencing a traumatic experience. But for and I say it's societal reasons, because you get shamed, because you're in a relationship where there's been infidelity, or as the woman, you're ashamed if you stay, and all of these other things. But there is power in being able to see other people who have gone through a similar situation as you are. I like to call it representation. Representation matter. And so one of the reasons we wanted to do the travel bit first was because you can see the after side, right? Like you can see there's a rainbow, right, after the rain. And so if you are right in the throes of, I call it my blind side day. So if you're just in the throes of that, or you're a couple of weeks, after, and you're in that healing process, it's kind of hard to see beyond those tears. It's kind of hard to see yourself beyond those tears, beyond the pain and the hurt and everything like that. So if you're able to see someone else, right, who has, shed the tears, and they've been through the hurt, they're working, they're rebuilding, rekindling, renewing, and all those things, that gives you hope that, what, okay, I can.
It's possible.
It's definitely possible. And so that's another reason that we wanted to make sure that we, brought this thing live. Well, is it live? Well, we're filming live now, but there's another reason that we wanted to do this on YouTube. And we understand that everyone isn't in a space where they may want to travel right now, right?
Correct.
If you had told me January 30th or February 1st, if you had told me that we'd be doing this, I'd probably look at you like you had lost your everlasting, mind. But we also know the importance, and Roy alluded to this earlier, we know the importance of a village, right, and a support system. And so if you have, made the decision, okay, we're gonna go work this thing out, we're gonna move forward, we're gonna heal from this, or you're like, you know what, I don't really know if I don't know what I want to do. I'm torn. I have so many questions. That's perfectly fine, because one of the things that I told where we should look into doing is just answering some of the common questions that are asked after someone or a couple experiences infidelity. And my phone is acting. Questions like, why did this happen? Can we rebuild trust? How do we communicate effectively about this? Is our relationship even worth saving? What steps should we take to heal? And so on and so on. And so we'll be definitely touching base on those as well. But we're also still going to be traveling.
Yes. Yes.
Also going to still be traveling. And I think, and that can, even if you are, like I said, you're in the throes of just finding out, or you're unsure, we're going to be taking some more trips, and just come along with us. No one said that you got to solve a problem, right, that you have to make a decision or anything like that, but just the opportunity to be away. We talked about that, being away from familiar triggers, having an opportunity to just, reconnect and woosah and unwind and things like that. So we'll definitely be putting together some more affairs. We're actually going on. Yeah, we actually got our first inaugural affair September, 38 days. We're super, super excited about that. We'll be taking a group with us on Virgin Voyages. Roy and I went last year, had such a great time. We said, you know what, we gotta do this again. Gotta do this again. But we're looking forward to doing, more things like that, and maybe we'll have some cocktails and conversations where we can. I don't know. Do you want to have cocktails and conversations while discussing such an intimate topic?
And part of the traveling process, we always use the analogy of packing the things that your therapist, your counselor, your that sage wisdom from Big Mom and them that you've gained, taking and packing that along with you as you go on a travel adventure. And maybe you don't solve the world's problems. Maybe you just have an opportunity to connect and have an open conversation, right? And then you can celebrate that, hey, if we can have one conversation, we can have two conversations. And then you may be able to take those items back, talk with your therapist again, because we talk about as well that we're not therapists or relationship gurus, but we're just offering you our story so that, as you're going through the process as well, that you'll have the opportunity to share your own stories as well.
Our little one just can't give us 5 more minutes, Bubba, please. All right. Yeah. But super excited. The topic, isn't exciting. There's nothing exciting about that, but just super excited to share that life can go on. A rainbow can appear. You can get through this. With both of you being willing, both of you willing. Did I mention both of you willing
to put in the work?
Right, to put in the work, to do the work, to have the difficult conversations, and then life is sweet. It can be sweet again, right?
It can be.
Yeah. So we will discuss, like, because I said cocktails and conversations, we will discuss, like, maybe that can be like a light subject. If we do cocktails and conversations, maybe that can be like a light subject, like dating, like what are some date night tips, or no, yes,
oh yeah. Or light topic could be what first attracted you to one another.
Oh yes,
cocktails and conversation.
Right. So that and that's one of the things that our therapists and even books is like, go back to the beginning. Go back to, I mean, it's gonna be challenging. I ain't gonna lie, but go back to the beginning of what attracted you guys to one another. What brought you two together, right? Mm-hmm. Right. So again, super excited. Oh, I'm sorry.
No. I was just going back to what first attracted me to you, and I got lost in the moment of those butterfly sandals in the hair and walking down the Sale Hall Chapel, at choir rehearsal.
Okay. And you already know why I called him.
And if you don't know,
go back. He's the tech guy, so I don't know, up there, down there, over there. But go back to that video. But yeah, we're excited to be able to share that we have triumphed.
Indeed.
We are triumphing. We're moving forward to the next chapter of our lives, right?
Indeed. So if you like the content that you're hearing, go ahead and I was looking at someone's video. They said smash it, hit it, destroy the like button. I'm not going to go that far, but hit the like button. Click on the like button. Hit the subscribe notification button as well, so that you don't miss any of our content that's coming out. And be sure to tune in next month. We'll talk about what we'll talk about
We'll talk
next
about what
month.
we'll talk about.
Here shortly, and let you guys know what's going on there. But I'm Roy.
I'm Yolanda.
We're your guides in Royal Affairs, where we show you
Affairs done right. Bye-bye, guys.
See you guys later.